So this is a video that I've been wanting to record for a long time. In this video, we're going to see this white nationalist literally expose the reason as to why maggots, the majority of them, vote Donald Trump. We're going to watch it together, and then towards the end, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts.
Let's get back to...
But I want to know how it is you voted for Donald Trump when you're so into facts, because his entire campaign is not based in facts. It was all based in propaganda and emotion.
I voted for Donald Trump for one reason only. His policies, if implemented, would slow the dispossession of whites in the United States. If you were to deport all illegal immigrants, if you were to think very hard about letting in any Muslims, all of this would slow the rate at which whites are becoming a minority.
Why are you so worried about the white dispossession of America?
Because I want my people to survive. Is that so strange? We don't control China. We don't control any place where whites are not a majority. And if we become a minority, we will not control our own destiny anymore.
I grew up in this country as a minority, as the children of immigrants. I was their first child born in America. And while I didn't have much possession or didn't much control, I really enjoyed myself. And I think that if you ask a lot of Americans, they would say that I had a lot to offer this country. You know, according to you, I guess I would be perpetuating the dispossession of white America.
That is true. That is true.
Would you say that you wouldn't want me in this country?
At some point, when my ancestors built this nation, they did not build it with the intention of giving it away to Mexicans or Chinese or Haitians or to anyone else.
Do you consider it, you keep saying your ancestors built this country, you consider that a fact?
Who else built it?
Black people, Native Americans, Chinese people who came and built the railroads.
Do you think none of that could have been
Italian
achieved?
people.
But they're Europeans, aren't they?
But you believe in evolution, right?
Evolution, I think, explains a great deal.
So according to evolutionary theory, we're all out of Africa. So at some point, your ancestors were sub-Saharan Africans.
So what? At some point, our ancestors were unicellular animals.
So I'm saying at any point in time, we could say you were an African. So you're choosing to pick this point in time and say you're a descendant of white Europeans.
Why do you think I'm choosing this point of time?
Because it's in favor of your politics at this point.
It's because I'm alive now. Come on.
My issue with you is that I don't think you have enough compassion and vision, not because I don't like what things are now. It's that I have hope and belief in what they could be.
Look.
So I wanted to play that video and show it to you guys, and I wanted to break this down because there's a bit of a backstory for me in regards to this. I first and foremost got into American politics when I saw Donald Trump was running for office back in 2016. I didn't like the guy from then. And then when I saw all the policies and everything that he was running on, if you remember, around about that time is when he was really focusing on, you know, Muslims and having the Muslim ban in place and whatnot. And from then, I just didn't like him. And what I saw he was doing is that he was running purely based on riling up people based around racism. And I'm not a guy who likes to just call things racism, you know, so flippantly. I don't like to do that, but unfortunately, sometimes you have to call things exactly what it is. The majority of maggots vote for Donald Trump purely on the basis of racism. That's the reason as to why we're seeing so many people right now come out and regret voting for Donald Trump because his policies are hurting them. The reality is, when they thought and believed it was only going to be the immigrants that are going to be affected, they allowed that one thing to cloud their judgment of everything that he's known for, everything that he's ran for, and everything that he's done up until this point. They literally put that all to the side and focused on, he's going to get immigrants out of the country. That's who it is that I want. But they forgot all of the other policies that could potentially hurt them. I think this video perfectly explains the reason as to why the majority of MAGA vote for Donald Trump. Because of racism. Now, this individual is a white nationalist. He spoke about a few different things in this video that are just absolutely crazy, and the gentleman that it is that he's having the conversation with really did offer some good points, and you heard what his answer was a lot of the time. So what? Where is that familiar? When you're going back and forth on Twitter or in my comments with someone who's MAGA, so what? That's a lot of their answers for a lot of different things. But that's what it is. I genuinely do believe it comes down to. Now, if you remember a year or so ago, there was this massive thing that people were speaking about, the Great Replacement Theory. And I can't remember it fully in depth, but the Great Replacement Theory, the idea of it is that, you know, white people believe that their numbers are dwindling, and they believe that people of color and minorities are trying to replace them. And I think a major part of that, and a major group of people that believe that, are supporters of Donald Trump. You saw that this individual, like when the guy said to him, you're a person who's big on facts, but you vote for Donald Trump. Once again, he showed what MAGA do. I don't care about anything else. I just care that he's going to get illegal immigrants out of the country and is going to potentially ban Muslims. This video was a couple of years old, but it just perfectly sums up and highlights MAGA today. It literally sums them up, and it sums up exactly the reason as to why MAGA are the way that it is that they are. It's never about, oh, it's good policy for the country. It's never about that. All it comes down to is racism. It's going to get rid of immigrants. He's going to get rid of people who don't look and sound like me, and he's going to keep me safe. When in reality, not only has he got rid of some amount of the immigrants, but he's also enacted policies that have hurt the very individuals who took the time out to vote for him. This is what's crazy about this entire thing. This is what's crazy about MAGA. It's all based and entrenched in racism. That is the main reason behind it. I can guarantee if Donald Trump wasn't running on getting rid of immigrants and back when he started in 2016, his Muslim bans, etc., I guarantee he wouldn't be the person who he is today. I guarantee he wouldn't be where it is that he is today. But that's what he ran on. That's what he built his brand, his credibility on. And as a result, we now have a group of people, maggots, whether that be middle class individuals, the poor, they're still all MAGA. Guess what? They love the fact that he runs on racism. That is genuinely what it is that I believe it's down to. That's the reason why I believe people vote for Donald Trump. Not all. I don't want to say everybody is, racist. I don't want to do that at all. But I'm going to be honest, I believe a large majority. When you have a conversation with any MAGA individual, what's the first thing they go to? Getting the illegals out. It's the first thing that it is that they speak to. But it's funny, when you give back to them and you say, but hold on, you're in a country that you ran the native people out of, you can literally see zero empathy. They don't care. Hey, well, listen, go to war and take it back off us. I've literally seen that before. It's crazy stuff. But like I said, I just wanted to just film this video. I wanted to break this down and I wanted to share it with you guys purely because of the fact that, like I said, I do believe that this is the reason as to why a lot of people vote for Donald Trump and why there is a massive movement in regards to MAGA. I do believe it's entrenched in racism. And there's individuals within the MAGA movement that you can see when they're speaking on things. There's a lot of racist tones, a lot of racist tropes that it is that you hear these people make. We'll break down some of these things. Let me know in the comment section below the video if you want me to break down a video on a couple of those racist undertones and racist tropes that it is that we've seen. Marjorie Taylor Greene is most definitely one. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below the video, guys. Do you think I'm wrong? And listen, guys, if you think that I'm wrong, there's nothing wrong with thinking that I'm wrong. Do you think I've got it wrong? Do you think I've gone a bit too far? Let me know in the comment section below this video. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.